Hello, my name is Alejandro Salinas, and this is my video for the virtue of sorting scene on Factory IO between CodeSys and Factory IO for I forgot what PAC stands for. Programmable Automation Control Challenge 1. Alright, so as you may know, the ideal of this project is to be able to get CodeSys to be able to get CodeSys to what's that word to communicate with Factory IO. Right here to my left you will see that I have Factory IO, and to my right I have CodeSys. So the first thing I did, and we're using the sorting scene in Factory IO. So the first thing I did while going to this project was I went onto Factory IO and I went to go look for the tag table of Factory IO, the sorting scene. So the way I did that, I went to drivers, and since we're going to be using, in order to get these to communicate, we need to have the Modbus TCP and IP client to be in sync. So anyways, like I was saying, I went into Factory IO and I went to the tag table for Modbus TCP, and as you may see that the tag table is as such right here on the screen to my left. And then I created my variable list. And no, I didn't use global variable list on this. I know I should have, but that's something I did not do. But anyway, so I did that, and let me go on and go offline on this real quick so you can see. As you may see, is I created all my variables. One of the things you must know is I did come up with another solution on this, but for some odd reason my other program that I used for this, it just doesn't work no more. So I don't know what went wrong, but it was working at 4. So therefore that's why I'm showing you this video of this specific scene, because this does work. It's just a lot of mishaps, not mishaps, but a lot of things going on, and that's the whole reason why I created the other one, because it's not as difficult to read as this one is. There's too many timers. I placed too many mathematical equal function blocks, and my other one I will show you here in a minute, but just let me go on this one because this one works. So as you may know is that I have created all the buttons that were in the tag tables onto my variable list, and my integers for my counters, and I did integers for my POUs that I created for each specific turn arm and belt. So let me go over that real quick with you. So there are 6 separate boxes that are being processed on a continuous basis at Factory IO. You got your patterns of blue and green, which is also the base. So if you think about it, it's blue and green, and you got the base in the bottom. That's 2, so that'll be 4 of green and blue blocks, and then you got your plain blocks. So anyway, so for the plain ones, I got the green going in the middle arm, which would be arm 2, and I have that going in its own separate little arm, as well as the bloom plane, which will be going to the first one, and I have that going on to its own. But anyways, I created each one with its own separate POUs, where the base and bottom are going to the third and final arm together, and I titled them as such so I didn't get confused. And one of the things that I noticed that what I needed to do, because I was having a hard time getting it to read, and it was just not operating right. So what I did was I just created like a structured text statement, and that actually really did it. I mean, it was, as soon as I created that, it just instantly went in, and that was just because I needed to create it into an integer as a variable output. So as you may see, on all three of my um, POUs for this, I created a statement. And yes, it's going to say pro code, but I got pro code for this one so it didn't confuse the system. And then I titled this one as the letter of the POUs that I'm using as pro code S, so it didn't confuse this arm. And same thing for this arm for the green plane, which will be the middle. But anyways, long story short, I got that in, and boy, this thing is working smoother than ice. So let's see. Let me go back to my PLC. So the first thing I did, obviously, the first network was going to be to get this system going, to turn on and get it working. And as soon as I did that, I went on to my next network, where then I put a negated contact for my stop button, because I don't want the system to like just stop just to stop. I just wanted, if I was to press the stop button, initially go, it would initially just stop. But if I didn't have the negated, then I would have to hold the stop button in order for it to maintain maintain stop. Let me see. Oh, and I also have the stop button connected to the stop blade, and it will also reset the entry conveyor, which will be the first conveyor belt. And then the third one is where I had to convert my integers into my vision sensor to be able to read the to be able to read the POU that is connected, that I want to be called for whatever reason. And the reason why I had to put pro code there is because, as you may know, there's only one vision sensor in the whole process. And what I was doing wrong at first was that I just had it the vision sensor going, and it was like confusing and suffering because it was doing that. Nothing was happening. But the minute that I put in the pro code statement in, it was working. And basically, what the pro code statement did was it would just call up that specific POU to work. But yeah, so I did that for each POU that I had. As you may see, I got 3 different POUs and 3 separate timers for each arm. But I mean, I don't want to have to go through all this with you, but as you can see, one of the things that I noticed after reassessing what I did, even though it's working, I was still not satisfied with what was going on, because it was too many function blocks that I had going on in this. So by me saying that is that what I noticed is I didn't really need the timer on or the timer off to get the system going. And here in a minute, I'll show you my other project that I created in a much simpler way to get this going. And the only thing that I did different is that I took off the timer on and timer off, and then for the inputs, I just pretty much just put made it as a reset and set coils. That's it. And I did not know that's all I needed to do to get it going. But like I said, my other project's not working at the moment, but so that's why I'm not showing that one. But this is what I did for my initial program for this system, and it works. But that being said, let me take you to Factory IO to show you that it is operatable. So first thing I needed to do to get it linked is I needed to go on Modbus. I need to go on Modbus. No, don't worry about that. Oh, by the way, when you're doing this, one of the mistakes I was doing is I did not know that I needed to place the coils and discrete inputs in to match the tag table from Factory.io. If you didn't do that right, and it has to be dress right dress, and if you didn't do that, then the system would not work. But anyway, so yeah, I did that. Obviously, you got to go to device. You had to scan your network, and then you had to connect it. And once you do that, then it'll be connected to Factory.io, and then all you had to do is just log in. Make sure you press play, which it's already on play. So let me go on. Let me go on and minimize this so you can see. Bam. So I got everything matched. Yep. Let me go on and press play. So gotta come on. All right. So anyways, it's on auto already. All you gotta do is press start now. As you can see, it is reading. So these are all going into, let me see, right here. As you can see, it is reading as it's going through the division sensor. Yep, you see? Everything is running good. I'm actually proud that I was able to do this. Anywho, but yeah, now that you can see that it's operationally working, this is, I'm going to stop this real quick. This is my project that I am showing you with all this gibberish stuff going on, but it does work. I'm not gonna deny that. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that right there real quick. But let me show you my other project that I created that I felt that it was a lot simpler to do. Just need to find it. I think it's this one, or is it? Yes, this one. Yeah, just give me a second, let it load up. You see, as compared to the other one that I had, and look how much less stuff I had on here in order to get it work. Oh, and by the way, I only needed to use one POU, and that simple POU was just so I could do a structured text to put in place where it would be read, and all I had to do was put these inputs. Let me show you. You see, I created an ENO box, and I just put 3 inputs in and put vision sensor as my main input, and all I did was change the variables of each box and what arm I wanted them to go in. You know, something as simple as that. God almighty. But yeah, I mean, it's fairly simple. But for some reason I can't get it to work, so that's why I did not choose this one. But just to show you that I did find a better way to get this to work. But anyways, that being said, this is my my challenge 1 sorting station, challenge 1 and program automation controls. I hope I was able to give you an understanding of what I was trying to achieve and accomplish. And I felt that I did accomplish it. But if you have any other questions about this, please don't hesitate. Reach out to me so I could give you a better understanding of what I was doing in the system, what I was doing to achieve this. Thank you for your time.